because he's no longer. You can go back to the beginning of the year. Snow was super quiet. People are questioning, was he really the right pick? But I feel like right now, despite the woes and struggles, you'll see a lot of impact is by this young kid being found in the server.
Right, guys, we're going to get right into the action on Dust2.
Yes, indeed. paiN versus bait. I think I'm a big fan of bait these days, Jason. After that in-game leader change, I think what I seen yesterday against 3D Max was really impressive. I'm liking what I'm hearing coming out of the interviews as well. I have high expectations for bait in this series.
Yeah, I do too. I really liked what I saw yesterday. It's an interesting concept to come into this and kind of talk about the favorite or the underdog or who we think would win this, because I think based off what we've seen, bait, super impressive. I think I'd lean towards them, but also you don't know if that's consistent yet, right? Like you don't know if that was just a one-off. If everything clicked yesterday, everything was great, they can still have their ups and downs. Double doors smoke. Excuse me, Xbox smoke to block double doors. Molotov on Catwalk to prevent a peek to allow this scaling. And paiN is going to get a lot of control towards Catwalk. A very passive defense from bait, NPL, and head trick at the railing and Goose. And paiN's going to take their time. One smoke, two flashes remaining. This is going to be a drop down. Turn this into a mid to B split.
And Snow will drop into a CT spawn, not detecting anybody. It's going to be a two-man setup in the bomb site. Esenthial waiting with a dual Berettas. Kenzizor. Great shot on the initial, but he's down right after, and they know exactly where Esenthial is, and he needs a kill, which he will not get. paiN have the pistol round.
Okay, nice pistol round there. A little trickery with it. The drop down into the mid to B split. Passive defense gets completely destroyed. paiN's given all the room in the world to execute whatever tactic they wanted, and no chance in this pistol. 2 versus 4. Alex has been spotted, so Snow will find the kill. Turns around, gets another one. Good shooting with the Glock, and that's 1-0 for paiN. Oh, it's starting early.
Oh, it is.
All right.
Oh, they're bringing the energy straight away.
They got the Corayos out in the first round.
Oh, Colorado. Yeah, I mean, I think they're very happy, obviously, with the pistol win. We'll see if a 4-spot comes back in here for bait, which it absolutely will. We're going to see MP9s, 5.7s, D-Eagles. They always pose a threat. Interesting interview yesterday given by Headtrick saying that Alex666, he's kind and able to find the right way to speak to each person, Jason.
Okay, he's kind.
Yeah. Well, that's great when things are working. You know, what if they start losing? Being kind doesn't get you anywhere, Jason.
Well, it gets you off to a positive start, apparently, with the rest of your team. But yeah, I'm with you. I like the angry IGLs.
I think Apex won all those trophies this year by being kind, Jason?
No, absolutely not.
paiN taking short control. It's Snow. Ready to go. He'll throw the Molotov and the nade following around the corner. NPL looking to cause problems with a scout in mid. Just below him is DGT and Bigazera.
Gotta play the gap once you get a little tag through the doors. Utility out towards short. Mid to B smoke chucked in as well, or excuse me, the left side smoke. No movement yet, no commitment anywhere. NPL still looking for a target to shoot at. Tag missed the opportunity at the instant headshot and not able to be taken down through the smoke. So NPL still surviving, which allows bait to keep 4 players at this A bomb site.
Yeah, Snow ready to start applying some pressure up through short here. Get NQZ and Bigazera coming in behind.
You take the wrong deaths though too early, right? With DGT and NQZ at low health, they got to be really careful. This can change rapidly. This can fall in the favor of bait easily.
Now, well, let's see if it does. The Ukrainians hunker down ready for this attack coming in towards them. paiN Gaming going to be charging forward. It's quickly. Okay, head trick. Headshot as he takes one right through the box. Is now DGT and NQZ at panic stations for paiN Gaming, trying to get into this with the final 10 seconds left. Nice shot down by Alex666. We got DGT out long, and 4 seconds, not enough time to plant. You better run away, NPL. And he will, back to spawn. So bait do find those essential kills right at the end, and they'll tie up the scoreline right away.
I think DGT's coming so late because I think he was closer up towards Catwalk. I don't think he was really committed out towards long that whole time, but he comes in very, very late to help alleviate the pressure on that bomb site. And man, just the 5-7 inside the site. Head trick, spamming away as fast as he possibly can. Gets a little bit of luck with one of the shots, but paiN get completely wrecked on that attack. Can't even turn the corner on Catwalk into the bomb site. 1-1. Short-lived excitement for paiN. And they're the ones who are going to have to try and find a force by win. Scout peeking down, NQZ waving off the boost for the moment.
Head trick. Okay. Looking sharp to kick off this map.
Damn.
Another big one from Head trick. MPL's aggressive stance at short, applying some confidence and pressure towards DG2 is going to be finished off, no problem. As MPL goes back for a second look.
Now you could just play passively, play a standard round if you're bait on the CT side. 5-on-3.
Essentials clear the tunnels.
He had a great series yesterday as well. This is a guy that you'd probably want to keep your eyes on if you're unfamiliar with bait. He was a hugely impactful player against 3D Max.
Especially in Ancient, where it was a little bit touch and go for bait. He won them really all of the rounds in that first half that kept them in it, but he's gone a little bit too far in this round.
And that's what you don't need, is that kind of a push where you're kind of shrinking the map, and that's your extremity player who's just gone down. So now all of a sudden, where previously you weren't concerned whatsoever about the B bomb site, now you have to be, and you have to be concerned about a split out middle because Kenzazor is here all on his lonesome.
Yeah, he's going to be jumping in around the back of that bomb site. If they split on him, it is going to be not impossible for Kenzazor to do much about this. He's going to try and delay. They're going to come right through it though, and they're spamming him. They did some damage to that smoke. Kenzazor, MP9, they run right by. Pyjamas low as well. The MP9 can finish him off, and it's so close to doing so, but Kenzazor is going to lose his life. MPL also falling, and that B-bomb site is under wraps here for paiN Gaming.
I don't know how this round got this close. I don't think it deserves. I don't think it needed to get to this point. I think this is a huge misplay from bait so far in this sequence, but a retake that should be entirely doable. That's an important trade kill from Alex.
He didn't see him?
Nope, he didn't see the repause. Snow might just win this one.
Alex is checking car, now has to realize he has repositioned outside of the bomb site, checks to the window, and Alex has got it. Okay, definitely didn't need to be that close, but bait still win it. I don't think they're going to be too happy about the fashion in which they win it, but regardless, it's picked up.
I'm even confused by Snow coming back in through the window before the bomb's even tapped. Confused about all of it. I'm gonna write this round down and go back and look at it.
Maybe the desk can do that for you, Jason.
I don't understand
hey,
how.
Blah.
Yeah. Hey, Blood, get to work, man. Yeah, I don't see in a 5-on-3 the push from Essential doesn't need to happen. But the kill in middle as well, we didn't catch. That was going on during the B execute. But I mean, man, it just felt like bait just gave up too many easy frags in a situation that didn't need to get this close. Op out in the hands of Head Trick. You have a hero AK on the hands of Big Uzera. For the moment, that AK-47 is going to be in lower. Op is zoned in on the double doors position, so Big Uzera could be in for a rude surprise.
A shot from Head Trick.
No flashes even on the paiN side to activate that kind of a play. So the hero AK-47 hits the deck, and now it's only Glocks.
Yeah, and MPL, you don't want to get into too many awkward fights aggressively with an M4 against the Glock. So he takes the one, he peels away.
This is exactly how the last round started.
Yeah, that's true. You see Essential, though, is a lot more passive on the B-bomb side this time, Jason.
I mean, the push was not necessary, but I didn't mind it. It was the continued push all the way to try and, you know, get a jump on the catwalk flank.
Well, hitting the pause button now, paiN Gaming not going to be finding themselves a competitive round here. 3-1 lead on the CT side of Dust2 for bait. Both teams 2-0 in the competition. Very different years. paiN peaked in Austin, getting into the major quarterfinal. But since then, really haven't shown too much, Jason.
No, not at all. Yeah, that was the bummer. That really that was a fun run to watch, and then it just turned out it was a flash in the pan. Head Trick looking for his second kill in the round, and they're going to walk into his crosshair. Easy one. David even stops. Misses that swipe of the mouse, but it's all good. Shouldn't be too much danger. Dinked again with the Glock. But nobody's going to let him go down. Kenzazor's there for the backup in 3-1 lead now, but the AK's coming back into the hands of paiN. A lot of chatter about how they want to open up the next round. There is a long spawn if paiN want to take advantage of it, although without all the utility, may not be their favorite idea. DGT has that. If he wants to book it out to the long cave, but he'll give up the spawn. No one has seen the lower push either.
Oh, the lower push is
They've heard
here.
it.
Yeah, you can see how quickly they jump back, trying to toss utility in, but it's got to be a rough feeling for paiN to know that you haven't won the long fight, you haven't got any control of tunnels, you have no map control.
Well, you didn't win the long fight because the player with the long spawn went all the way to the B-bomb site to take tunnels. And because he was late, they had a further position than they would have liked if they wanted to fight for it. So yeah, you're not able to kind of take any ground or take any or have any reactions to that information of the lower push. A rare miss from Headtrick. Zera is lucky to get away with his life.
Yeah, you can see paiN realizing, okay, we have nothing. We've got to just start fighting middle, just throw our bodies on the line here. And there was a risk obviously involved in fighting against that AWP. But Big Zera going through the mid doors. NPL dead to the hands of Big Zera's D.
Did he fall asleep? It felt like he had a second. He could have done that. He needs a kill here with that smoke break.
Oh, it didn't break because the nade bounced back.
And nothing's going to happen. Essential on his own.
No, Essential has to go huge. This looks so good to start the round for bait, but it's all crumbled. That's a save call being made here. That's a weird round.
Yeah, it is. I mean, kind of weird in just the sense that NPL, normally pretty damn sharp, just kind of fell asleep at the wheel. Cleared out by Big Zera, and the B split has already shown to be successful for paiN. That's how they won their first round, so might be something they continue to lean on. They've been able to get that mid kill and exploit it a couple of times. There's a nice retake mixed in there as well. But they bring the game to within just one round, 3-2. Might be a scenario where bait may change their setup and their kind of philosophy moving forward a little bit. Might play a little bit more like 2-on-2, so you can have an extra player to support over towards mid. Maybe you just put one in the B bomb site, two play outside mid. One of them is kind of rotating. Maybe, especially in the mid round, maybe late round, you kind of split it up and go back towards A, sensing the catwalk presence. But you might want to shore up middle for the next couple rounds first. Another buy for bait because of the saved weapons, because the round win was so convincing for paiN. So they've still got the op, they've still got plenty of utility to play with. Live into round 6, fast long take coming on through.
Snow's already on the long corner, and this worked out very well for Snow. He's got the opener, and he's getting bombarded with utility, but he's aware that Essential could be in the pit. Everybody's looking at it. They're so ready for it. There's no way Essential's getting out with his life there, and paiN with 2 kills out long.
What do we do now? 3 versus 5. All 3 players at the A bomb site.
EGT is currently searching middle.
Yeah, that's the thing. If he works up any courage, or if they tell him to like go activate on some kind of a search play. Oh, Alex is taking a big risk, nice and easy. Flash sells the play, and Snow turns immediately.
Yep, felt like that was the risk required, but doesn't go the way of bait. So this round will be a 3rd for paiN.
Yeah, now you know there's at least one more at the A bomb site. You probably assume the 3rd is here as well. Headtrick and Kenzazor might just want to find a way to save their weapons in this round, but it's going to be hard fought. There's cash in the bank on Headtrick, so he'll be able to drop a gun over. He might even be able to drop 2 over to his teammates. So him surviving with the op is actually pretty critical. It looks like he'll be able to get away.
Oh, DGT peeking up towards Headtrick. That op hiding away, cowering its head down, trying to save onto it. It's got Kenzazor's rifle support to protect it. Trying to block out the long hunt as well. Trying to retreat. Not that mercy, at least given on over to bait, but tie game. Good opening success from Snow. Also the man to deal with the re-aggression from bait later into the round.
A very slow style coming in from paiN. I remember when we were doing the bait 3D Max series yesterday, commented on, and it very much felt like the way bait was playing and the way they were being successful was kind of forcing 3D Max to play into their style, which was a bit more brawly, a little bit more chaotic, which 3D Max enjoys as well, but bait's certainly going to love it. It was the slower rounds I felt like bait had a harder time handling. Here against paiN, paiN has exclusively done these kind of slow, calculated, map-controlled movement rounds.
Yeah, I felt like that round was won, though, off of the opening kills.
Oh, for sure. I mean, once you get those 2 kills out towards long, it's like, well, this is easy. Let's just chill here. Like, the solution, the next play is right there in front of you. Chill here, wait for the reactions. You know bait is going to have to do something if they want to come back in the 3v5. If they stand pat and play passive on the bomb site, you just walk up and have the full execute you were planning on anyways.
Headtrick and MPL. A boost being deployed with Kenzazor already in lower tunnel. So if anybody goes lower for paiN, they're definitely dead. One way or another. No one going down there just yet. No one wanting to rush into any traps that bait might put down there. And now Big Zera starts to work up the courage. He ends up going down because Snow just runs down middle.
Yeah, I mean, a setup that they just like that didn't have all the details fleshed out, especially when the AWP drops away. It's like that setup gets a lot stronger when you no longer have Headtrick's AWP there to take the first shot. And paiN knows there was catwalk presence as well.
Oh, Snow. He has 2 rounds now. He's had big openers that pretty much won the round for paiN Gaming within the first minute of the round.
And that's good. I like seeing this out of Snow because I feel like I've been waiting a long time to feel the impact that was promised from this kid. And the desk had a long conversation about some of the newer roles that he's been put into, and it's nice seeing him deliver in those fashions.
It's Alex now waiting on the other side of the doors. esenthial doesn't have the weapon to lock down the B-bomb site. Just doesn't look doable here for bait. Final 30 seconds. Where does the bomb decide to go? The only way bait win this is if the time runs so low that they create enough chaos. But with Alex peeking out and going down straight away to NQZ, the bomb should have an easy time of going down in the A site. Headtrick's not in a spot to deny the plant. And we'll see a 4-3 lead being picked up by the Brazilians.
He was just coming in for a swing. It's completely shot in the side of the head. paiN take the lead at 4. All right, if I'm bait right now, if I'm the coach, I'm calling a timeout before the next round, and I'm just going to tell them, forget all this aggressive stuff, forget all these like early angles we want to take down, forget these pushes. They're playing it so slow. So save the nades, sit back for a little bit, see if they're going to pick up the pace. You know, don't let them get everything for free, but really hold on to some of the, you know, really don't be super concerned about like the early pressure, like still be mindful, but really you want to play this for the mid and late round because paiN with these slow openings is making this really hard for these aggressive crossfires and aggressive stances to read where the next play is going to come from. The timings are all different because nothing's happening quickly. Hell yeah.
Always fun hearing Snow get hyped up.
Hell yeah, get into it.
The Eagles coming out here for bait esports. Not see how much damage they can inflict, but paiN Gaming have a great opportunity here to quite a bit of comfortable control on the T side of Dust2. 3 players set up on short. An aggressive stance here from bait. Look at a fight into the lower tunnels. Ready to bounce back and try and catch anybody just hiding in behind the Xbox, but it's all about Pyjamas here, who could get overwhelmed, but isolates 2 fights very well, keeps the headshots clean, and eventually taken out by Alex. Kenzazor picks up the AK and goes in for the fight, but loses it to Davideus, who ends up taking both.
That's a beautiful second shot. Him and Pyjamas just passing out haircuts on short. A-bomb set is lost, obviously a 5th round now for paiN. They've taken complete control of this. Yeah, so to go back on my point too, like, you know, don't make the aggressive. I think there's even a world in which bait could have a double op setup if they feel like they're strong enough with it, but give Headtrick a chance to break some of the smoke, stockpile some nades over in mid so he can break that mid smoke, really delay the timing of Snow pushing down that mid ramp, of them gaining Xbox control, constantly harassing any progression up short. And then you deny some of that control for a certain period of time, and then you can play your more aggressive stances if you want, because they're taking those positions way later in the round.
Well, finally the buy is back for bait. You've got the AWP out for Headtrick. And they're going to start with 4 long. NQZ's coming over here for the first pick, and he will be close, but not close enough for the opening kill.
Well, long control denied. Look at this play as well. Pyjamas just aggressively lurking himself out mid. Got himself tucked in. Anyone rotating back, NPL might be the first player that falls prey to Pyjamas.
Well, they did earlier against a Deagle in a round that bait should have won.
This is a really good position to be in if you're Pyjamas, to call your team back into a mid to B split, right? Like, apply the pressure, throw the util out towards catwalk, bait some of their nades out, and let's eventually feel like we should be ending this with a mid to B split. We're just going to take our time falling into it.
MPL's going to win the fight this time, though. Pyjamas thinks the time to go is now and ends up being punished for that. paiN Gaming have lost the opening kill this time. 50 seconds on the clock, and they're going to be going for an A execution up through Cat. They've got 1 player out long late, that's Davideus. And currently, esenthial still over that.
The only way David gets in this round is if his teammates actually get some production here, get some kills that take esenthial away from the defense.
Oh, MPL, good shot. Snow is another victim here of paiN. 30 seconds left. Not looking too good right now at all for paiN Gaming, as they are actually cut out of this round entirely. It's going to be 4 rounds for Bet Esports. paiN Gaming's call just never gets close to the site. Now they arrive, and Alex is waiting from Goose. There's just too many targets to try and flush out here. Bait have all the advantages in the world. NQZ completely wrecked by MPL, and 5 players stay alive.
You're going to get a lot of rounds like that if you, I mean, obviously during this little stretch from paiN, we saw them getting opening kills, killing the aggressive plays, getting the double early on, playing 5-on-3s, having all the advantages. This is what happens. You know, you're going to get more of these rounds if you're not giving paiN those advantages right out of the gate. I know that's a super obvious thing to say, but that's why Bait's this round where no one's peeking, no one's challenging, no one's pushing. It looks a lot cleaner.
Let's see if they can start to find some consistent success in the opening kills department. Blocking long with some utility. No one this time from paiN attempting the open of that. It's all about mid. All about getting players up cat quite quickly here for the Brazilians. And Picazero's at the front. He's actually taking a risk here just to walk around. Peek up onto that ledge. Smoke comes in now for Bet Esports. But paiN Gaming have got themselves up onto catwalk with pretty much everybody here. Got DGT watching the mid lurk and that lower tunnel push, but everybody else is ready for a catwalk execution with smokes.
There's no counter utility on NPL inside the bomb site. He's got one single flashbang, so he doesn't have a smoke to keep himself safe, doesn't have a Molotov to kind of delay or harass the pathing of paiN Gaming. He's only got the single flashbang. Even his AWPer, Headtrick, who's got the Molotov, got the smoke, he's all the way over in middle. So resources out of position for Bait, and NPL just has to play safe. Get your 1 kill, but survive.
Well, he's biding his time, but that fire has made things uncomfortable, and the flash is even more so. White screen for a little while, and you'll realize they're now planting the bomb. DGT has been waiting patiently. Kenzazor and Essential walk right into the lurker. David Deus chimes in. And it's Alex 666 alongside Headtrick in a 2v4 that will not turn into a bait round win. It's a safe call. And DGT already on a bit of a hunt. A little bit of a pressure being applied over towards the tunnels.
Bait's having a real hard time handling this style. Headtrick sticks around so long in middle. He's got the Molotov and smoke that are desperately needed for the defense at the A bomb site. He considers shifting back. No way to know if maybe he heard something and came back towards middle. He started moving through CT spawn towards A ramp. He might have been called off as well by NPL. They might have just had a wrong read of the situation, but completely booked yet again. paiN's T side. Big Uzera is calling a fantastic game against this Bait defense. I still think Headtrick had one HE grenade that he used to blow open the smoke in middle. Give him a couple more. Drop like 3 and spawn. Let him have a good time with it. Break it open constantly. Give like 3 breaks in there. Constantly make paiN think that an AWPer is going to be able to pick them off at any moment.
Well, Headtrick, he's gone up towards catwalk. It could be peak from Xbox here, so needs MPL to make him feel a little bit more comfortable, but MPL walks into the open, and it's another opening kill for Snow.
Well, changing up his roles seems to be working wonders.
Yeah, he's loving it, looking very comfortable on the server right now.
I mean, this was one of the big conversations when Snow was first brought into this team, was they kind of took away some of the roles that he'd been playing previously when he was signed, you know, like when he was very, very young. So they kind of changed his roles to begin with, and we've experienced, what, like a year where it feels like Snow hasn't met the expectations that were set for him as the next big thing coming out of Brazil. Well, with the role change, at least early returns, looking like we may get that Snow.
There's the peek out here from David Deus, dies to his own Molotov. I know what you're spamming, chat. And we've got Headtrick waiting up on the ledge. So as soon as he gets one hit, might look a little better for Bait. There's no flash coming in just yet, and he doesn't get one. Kenzazor will, though. Elsewhere on the map, and Headtrick, all the pressure now. All the nades drop on him, and he has to go and hide in CT spawn.
And this time, because he doesn't have the Molotov, that's the resource you drop down to prevent that pathing, to buy yourself the 5, 6, 7 seconds to get back towards railing with the ult. But this time, he's only able to drop the flash. First for Snow, traded off.
Even on low HP, finding impact on an AWP there. Great work again from Snow. Let's see if it's enough for paiN to flip this into a 7th round. Not looking too likely with Essentials. Quick headshot on NQZ. It's got to be Big Uzera to lead them to 7 rounds in the clutch this time. 2 above him, splitting, shadow spotted. Big Uzera repositioned. And on 4 HP, still stands tall enough to get a 7th round victory for paiN.
Look at Snow hyping his boy up as well. Loving that kind of clutch from the IGL. Great movement in that 1v2 for Big Uzera. Sliding back, giving himself a 1v1 and putting Hedrick into a real awkward situation.
Yeah, that is massive. Snow is the opener. Big Uzera, the closer. This is the opening kill on MPL. Davideus sacrifices himself for that one kill at long. It's massive impact. Snow again, another one before he dies. And then Big Uzera ready to move on back. It's Snow once again with an opening kill, this time on an AWP.
Uh-oh, okay, mid
Double
push,
ops.
easy to handle.
Everyone's getting AWP kills today.
Well, they don't know about Alex. Big Uzera didn't get here in time to spot this, so if there's trigger discipline, oh, he could even this round out.
All right, Alex, it's on you to step up. We just watched the in-game leader of paiN get a big clutch. It's on baiT's leader to win. As he's around the back of the long flank. This could be huge. NQZ first on the chopping block, trying to stabilize and compose himself for a second. He's doing damage, a lot of it on Big Uzera, but Big Uzera, not this time. He will not clutch back to back. It will be Alex to make the difference for baiT from the pit. And a 5th round secured at the end of the half.
Ooh, that one hurts for paiN with those 2 opening kills. Nice 2-man disadvantage recovery for baiT. They had to deal with a couple of those going the other way throughout that half. Actually, all things considered, with how dominant was from paiN on the T side, considering the 2nd round conversion, the 2 they won off of the back of that, these last 2 rounds they scraped together, not a terrible half in terms of the score, even if it feels terrible because paiN was obviously so dominant in the gun rounds. paiN can work with this. They switch over to the T side. paiN's defense going to be up next. Dust2 is paiN's map pick, and another 2-0 game in this Swiss system. Winner advancing to the PGL Masters Bucharest playoffs. Loser will get a couple more shots to qualify through. But nobody's going home today, Dinko. Or at least on these games.
No, these are winner games, Jason. For winners. 2-0 at the moment, baiT and paiN. An event where, you know, when you don't have the creme de la creme, you know, you don't have the top teams, the likes of Vitality, Spirit, Mouse. When you don't have these guys, right?
Would you shamefully add them in at the end just to be safe? What is that? You're like embarrassed about your opinion?
It's a studio event. Mouse would be elite in this kind of environment.
Sure.
But, you know, you just got to feel like a great chance for baiT and paiN. And they have an opportunity to go into the playoffs today. It's going to be essential off to the races with this pistol round. A first kill picked up. DGT to respond, and now DGT looking for it again. But Alex and Kansas are going to deny any further success from paiN's CT side pistol. Because Zero and Snow will have to do everything required to extend to 8-5. Well, that helps, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. Little gap in that smoke, and he might try and play with it. And here we go, but there's one more out towards long. Big Uzera, you got to swing right hard onto Alex, and you can't do it.
Snow's Julies this time. Only one. As Alex is cast away, but the rest of his teammates going to pick it up.
Second pistol one.
That's usually a winning recipe, isn't it?
Or excuse me, first pistol one. They won the second round in the first half.
Okay. So
an
opportunity for good starts in both halves.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's going to be fun now, too, for baiT. Like, they've just had to... I have to imagine this team, to a certain extent, especially with the frustrations and the struggles to contain paiN, we're just like... I feel like you got to be, like, half bored playing against that style if you're not really accustomed to it. Really frustrating, but now you get to open up the floodgates. Now you get to dictate the tempo, dictate the action on the map. This time, all 4 players out of long. You've got Alex 666 hanging back, just looking for the flank. That is... an ugly cross smoke. That's not going to bait out any utility.
Just pausing.
But, I mean, we've seen this round play out like a million times, right? Like, this is the current meta for your anti-eco rounds, T-side Dust2. Get out long, throw the smokes, use a couple of them to bait out the flashbangs that are going to be coming in, continue blocking the smoke. Good shot from Big Uzera. Okay, it gets a little sketchy now. It gets very sketchy now.
Well, Essential. It's Big Uzera going down. NQC out from Goose. It's a good pick here on Essential. He's going to go again. And NQC making it look so stylish on that scout. It's on Alex, but he's taking significant damage on boarding. All of his teammates litter the floor. Their corpses, the decorations of the long street as Alex creeps ever closer, but there's still 3 targets on the other side. Alex is just so far away from making this round a reality.
I mean, this round, just look at the way paiN's playing as well. Like, Alex probably knows it in the back of his head. You aren't winning this. They're just playing so smart. No more peeks. Just saying we got the 3-on-1 advantage. Anytime you try and force the issue and move forward, we've got about 5 different traps laid for you. So now paiN gets to move forward, gather the weapons. And they return the favor from the first half. Lose the pistol, but win the second. Fantastic scouting out towards long. Where was NQZ with the second scout? Were they both up top? It was Big Uzera and Goose. Did NQZ have a different angle on the bomb site and slid to it eventually? I'm kind of curious about that one. It was Big Uzera.
Yeah.
Bang.
I mean, okay. He was just behind him.
Yeah, just double peeking
Goose,
from sight and Goose.
All right, well, it's kind of like layers of scouting while one reloads, the other one fires. It's like medieval tactics almost.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. The advantage is you try and gain some space, scale, or grab the angle while the scout is reloading, but if there's 2 of them peeking from different positions, it's going to throw you for a loop, and it done to great effect in that round.
It's like this scout just keeps reloading really fast.
Automatic scout.
All right, well, that worked out very well for the Brazilians, and a bit of a sting there for bait. You lose the pistol in the first half, you win the second round. You win the pistol in the second half, you lose the second round. And now an issue, they have to go to a Hero AK for Alex. That's going to be Tech 9s and P250s on the rest. paiN Gaming have a great opportunity here to get rid of the money early on. And that would allow them up to 10 rounds in Dust2.
Yeah, you don't want to get in the money in the kind of financial tug of war at this point if you're paiN Gaming. You could just go ahead and convert this one. Early Molotov and flashbang into the B tunnels. Snow ain't messing around with the B rush whatsoever. His teammates here. Timing is going to be right after the Molotov fades, and Snow sees it coming.
Not exactly the best initial peek. He takes a dink on board, but at least a kill coming in. And Snow, he's done very well to recover this, but his teammate goes down as well. Alex, with some huge impact, has got bait back into this round again.
Yeah, Big Uzera a little bit frustrated. Fired off some bullets from the MP9 that gave away his position before he really needed to. Was trying to protect Snow, who gets the kill anyways. And now you got a really tough retake and a decision to make if you're paiN. Plenty of nades. 2 Molotovs, a smoke, bunch of flashbangs. Put him in place, and let's go.
Alex waiting under the window, flashes over the top, into the sky. They go, a head trick with 1 extra, and it's down to the clutch for him. A second as bait Esports somehow break through a double opener from Snow, still get into the B-bomb site, and win the round out in the post plant.
It was one thing they were good at with 3D Max was their spacing and their trading during these executes as well. You almost feel like the plan is to send the first 2 guys out a little bit as bait to kind of reveal the positions of the other players, and then you've got the confidence of your utility being in place to swing and trade those kills both a little bit late. But beautiful entries from Alex. The IGL continues to deliver for bait. 7-8, just 1 round back. Another buy for paiN. 3 M4s and that scout again in the hands of Big Uzera.
They do creep on by. That smoke fades away. Big Uzera only needs a glimpse. Strikes true right on head trick. Sight is now under pressure towards A.
It's too easy in a round like this to give up that kill. Exactly what Big Uzera was looking for the whole time.
Yeah, well, that smoke comes in and that will discourage inside of bait from committing into that catwalk execute. They're going to drop back for a moment. Actually walking it all the way back. Taking mid-control now in the lower area on the floor. And the rest are going to go long. So you've got Alex, MPL, and Kenzazor now making their way through the longhouse. No one's going to be here to early detect this, but you have got 1 player in the bomb site in NQZ who's just sort of intermittently checking towards long with his teammate DGT now thinking about going to that long area with a flash ready to go as well.
Could be perfect.
It looks like it is going to be perfect. And then Kenzazor recovers from that flash in no time as DGT is taking down the long aggression. At least that's information, but let's see if it's enough to hold on to this. That paiN Gaming advantage the Big Uzera picked up is now extended upon by that very man, and NQZ and Snow continue to frag out for the defenses of the Brazilians. It's essential walking up through short against 4 players with 10 seconds. The round's done. paiN Gaming win that round far too easily.
Yeah, way too easy. And another double kill from the scout of Big Uzera. They just cannot get past that weapon. Head trick gives over an easy one, just hanging out on short, coming back for the peak, in fact, after he always slid past the angle. I don't even think that smoke really covered the entirety of the cross, so baiT's having a tough time stringing anything together in this second half. paiN keep taking it right back away from them, and now it just feels like the advantage towards the CT side is so overwhelming, especially without a bomb plant in that round. Really tough decision here to go for a buy. Essentials bought out with Deagle armor, and they're going to go for it.
Oh, we'll take issue here as the admin comes on over to bait. Oh, that's an incredibly frustrating round for bait to concede. How many of those can they really take throughout this series now?
So again, we kind of took this angle yesterday when their game against the 3D Max, right, of that of the underdog and having to close out those rounds. And there are some rounds that you just can't lose. And they lost a couple of them to 3D Max and still came out on top. They're losing a couple of them here today, and it looks like paiN's in the mood to make them pay for it. So they better shape up quickly. Tech issue resolved. We're going to get live into round 17. But running out of funds to fight with, this is not going to be a strong buy against the 5 rifles of paiN's defense. Limit on utility as well. You don't have a whole options. You can't go deep into the playbook. Can't go map control style. 2 smokes, 2 flashes. Gonna have to win some contact plays. With the Galil, Scout, and Deagles up against AKs.
Oh my god, it took such a long time for that kill to come through. Davideus commits into the open though. Really, it seemed like he committed that before he even had time to recover the initial spray from the kill he got, but he goes down. bait Esports now in a really solid position, Jason, and here we go. The back and forth continues.
I know, right? Man advantage, you get to recover a gun as well. For having 2 players there on a pretty good pop flash, it felt like paiN wasn't fully ready for that battle. Whoever was the first player, DGT, that went down, turns the corner a little bit early. He gets blinded by his teammate's flash, which is also a miscue there. So both teams committing some errors, some unforced, some small, having big consequences. Hard thing for paiN at the moment is playing without information. No one peeking and no one pushing. They're thinking bait just hit the pause button. Smoke thrown out for the cross to make it look like a finish at the A bomb site, but it's not going to be the case, and Snow hasn't budged from outside B, so he's not convinced that this is the final play.
Snow. Oh, not so clean. The first bullet's able to recover and does well to get a second. That keeps his team ahead on the player count. We've got Essential now 1v2 post-plant inside of the B site.
Might be able to pick up a Molotov off of Snow's body if he realizes.
Extra damage being done. Another nade on top of his head. Essential now stands on 16 HP. He's got to go massive with a Galil. He's worried about that door push. Rightfully so. And also the window.
Also rightfully so.
And taking the time. They got 1 flash left, Jason. They're going to use it now. Here it comes. Not going to blind Essential. He knows they're coming in. He can hear the steps of both players, and it's Big Uzera immediately taking that headshot. And it looked like the start of the round was setting up a bait response, but it ends up being paiN Gaming to stabilize and close, thanks to Snow again.
This is one of the best games I've seen Snow play in a long time for paiN. This has been lovely out of him between his openings on the T side, the way he's able to gain map control, the space he's able to control for them, and now on the CT side, that's a huge heroic drop into the B bomb site for a double kill in a really tough scenario.
Yeah, Kenzazor's trolling, man. He's bought an R8 revolver.
I like it.
Why have you got that equipped?
Maybe he knows something we don't. Give him a chance,
What could he
Nico.
possibly know, Jason?
Give him a chance.
All right, a chance has been given.
Let's be on revolver watch this round. Come on, baby. Get the AWPer.
If he wallbangs him, fair enough. Well, now everyone's like, what the hell is that?
Listen to how intimidating it is.
It sounds intimidating, yeah, for sure. Okay. All right. There we go again. At least it brought some excitement to an otherwise boring round of Counter-Strike, Jason.
He's almost out of bullets, though. He's only got 8 left. Oh, that's
what you deserve.
Not the best look at the revolver we've ever had.
Hey, it was fun to hear it.
Yeah.
It was fun to see it.
We'll always have that moment.
And QZ. A double kill. Keeping it clean. Keeping it breezy. Nice and easy for DGT.
As if that's the way he died as well.
I know.
Just perfect.
Oh, just little laughs, little evil laughs here from Snow.
Well, after juggling the first few rounds back and forth, paiN have obviously taken complete control of this. And if you go back to the first half where they were just dominant in gun rounds, it feels like this is everything's lined up for them to have kind of a pretty easy march to the finish line here on Dust2. Third and final timeout for bait. Chance to talk things over, try and switch things up, but they better come online right now with this T side.
Yeah, we had very high expectations for this bait squad coming into today.
A lot of it based off of yesterday, which I try to temper that before we got into this by saying, you know, who knows? That could have just been, you know.
Yeah, but still, they set the expectations high.
They did set the expectations high. Now you got to meet him. Okay, this is Kenzazor's loadout. He's got the revolver. Look. Oh, it's stock? Nah.
Maybe he traded his red skin to upgrade.
That's fair.
I would definitely, if you had a red revolver lying around, that's when you upgrade.
Are you discriminating against the trade up knives or the uncased knives?
No, it worked out for me.
It worked out for you.
I'm a fan.
Well? Okay.
Unlike Blood, did not work out for him. Pyjamas leading into the lower tunnels. We've got DGT out top mid, hiding in behind the telephone pole. Ring ring, it's Alex. And he's like Scream right now. He's just slashing them up. And now we've ended up with a 3v3. And straight away, the round is settled in to a crazy, bloodthirsty brawl. We've got flashes ready to go out long, and already 2 players waiting here for paiN.
Yeah, I think that flash is going to bring David a little bit closer. Good kill from Snow, but Davidea is still not moving.
Snow
1v2.
says no. Never mind. Hetrick still able to get rid of him. Big shot coming through.
But it's a setup perfectly if they commit long. As long as David never peeks.
Big man, little car. He's going to hide behind it. Ready to peek up. Alex 666. Dead. Instantly pops up, sees the second player, and Davideus. That is what you like to see. paiN Gaming up to map point now on Dust2. And the Brazilians loving this right now.
Yeah, bait have no rebuttal here on Dust2. Not to anything. Not in the first half when paiN took control of the map. Not in the second half as well as they start to shut them down.
Mirage is up next.
Mirage up next. Cool. Another dusty map, another orange one.
Hey, that's bait's map pick, Jason.
It is. This is paiN. So I guess in some sense, you know, if you're a bait fan, you're thinking, you know, everything's going according to plan. At the moment, Hetrick misses with the scout, but at least doesn't die to the AWP.
Yeah, if you're a bait fan, you're thinking about Ancient. Third and final map. Let's see if it's required. Not a whole lot to play with in this round for bait. This is the best chance for paiN Gaming, but it just got a little bit harder thanks to that shot from Hetrick.
Again, it's like one of those kills that's like it's not really all that necessary to go for that frag as the AWPer, but he's given one away, so now Big Uzera has to try and pick up the pieces. Cross smokes put out in middle. You've got one sole defender at the B bomb site, Snow yet again.
Yeah, with Snow.
Yeah, but also, I like this from Big Uzera. He has to be aggressive to try and come over to support.
Snow going into the fight, dead. So this time Snow gets nothing. It's got to be Big Uzera to go big, and it's MPL dead straight away. Big Uzera is second. A lot of damage, but not the kill. And a 2v3, is it doable, Jason?
It is, and you should go investigate because you know it was a lower buy. See if you can get a quick kill early. TGT is going to come in, pick up any utility remaining. Couple flashes and nade in his hands. David going for the big flank.
Well, this one's for the map. Flashes available for DGT and Davideus. HE grenade as well. We'll go to the back of the platform. Essential's happy it didn't go anywhere near him.
Should send the signal, though, that one's coming from tunnels.
Yeah, it's not looking good right now, is it?
They're going to set up for the exits. They're going to like, we'll take away all these rifles. You won't save a single thing. That new Dust2 bomb blast is going to force everyone from bait out of the bomb site.
That's true. It's massive these days. Essential, very unlikely to ever get close to safety. They start to run now. DGT ready from CT spawn. On his toes, on high notice. He's got himself the first. Lowering the health of Kenzazor, who is going to go down to the bomb. It's absolutely massive now, Jason.
Yeah, that's a very nice round win. You get helped out by NKZ taking a peek in middle with that AWP, feeling very overconfident, wrecked by Hetrick's scout.
All right, 4 rounds in a row, and you've got overtime.
It's that easy.
When you put it that way.
Yeah, when you just put it by like one simple number, it just seems so simple. Taking the long spawn. It's going to be Kenzazor leading the way for the peak. Flashbangs are out. Makes his way, scales over towards blue bin, puts out the Molotov. Big defenses here, though. David and DGT with the opening kills. 5-on-3. bait on the back foot in a must-win round.
Yeah, paiN looking to end the map now. This has to be the one. A 13-8 victory, teed right home. Or right up. Time to drive it home, Jason, is where I was going with that one.
Metaphors all over the place.
Yeah, really screwed that one up. Head trick. Let's see if it's paiN screwing this one up. NQZ makes sure to respond. It's going to be MPL hitting the deck. And NQZ hops up on top of the box.
Oh.
Okay, nice shot through the side of the wall, and it's head trick alone fighting on. Another AWP killing him. He'll switch out to the AK for the remainder of this round. Just over a minute left.
He's got the bomb in his hands too, so if he can find a way to kind of get tricky, if he finds a kill, maybe open the map up, he can go a lot of places. Got time for it as well, but first up is going to be finding Snow on platform, playing this passively. Big Uznera has now got eyes on middle, so Snow no longer has to worry about that lurk. Just towards B tunnels, but he looks the wrong direction.
There's no way he's going to do this, surely. There's no way he's going to pull off the ace clutch to keep this map going for bait. Davideus and Big Uznera come back to battle him. Head trick taking damage to the door, but the AK waits, a turret, to try and dispel them as they come back into the site. Davideus and Big Uznera now group up. It's head trick in with it and down to 17 HP. Big Uznera dodges the flames and will close out the map in favor of paiN. It's a nice try from head trick, but it's not enough to prolong play. It is the Brazilians out on top of Dust2.
Yeah, paiN draw first blood there. We're going to find out how deep a cut it actually is. I don't know, Striker. I'm still not really convinced by paiN overall, but I mean, I'll hand it to them here. They had a nice Dust2.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's me being a little bit biased, hyper-focused on their T-sides and all that stuff, but I
Also, it's not like paiN's any sort of like crazy slouches on Mirage either. I mean, the win rate isn't going to look pretty up to the 80% of bait, but they're still going to be a force to be reckoned with. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm still kind of wondering what's with bait. If yesterday was just like some crazy peak they kind of hit out of nowhere, and this is maybe a return to the norm, or is it just kind of a bad game? We don't really know yet from bait what kind of level we're supposed to be expecting out of them game in and game out.
Or maybe
3D
Max just fell off hard.
There could be that as well. Maybe it was just an ugly day for 3D Max.
Too. So
that's fair.
We've got bait getting ready to go in towards the A bomb site. 3 players here for the CT side. If you're paiN, this is exactly what you want. You got the numbers here to deal with this. Now you just got to land some shots. Snow not going to get an opener this time. Taken down by head trick. It's NQZ hiding, biding his time, but he can't take a single frag. And all 3 of those players from paiN Gaming just destroyed.
Yeah, they couldn't hold anything back, could they? And no one could win their respective fight to even slow down this attack. So Essential probably going to go down with low H. Nope, he will not. David, the only one surviving for paiN, pissed around over to bait. They got this on the CT side of Dust2 as well, and then lost obviously to the scouts inside the bomb site from Big Uznera and NQZ. So paiN, I think they're going to be reasonably confident going into this second round for Spy.
Boost up. MPL creeping in behind him. Davideus going to be taken down. No issue for the nipple.
What am I supposed to follow that up with?
I don't know.
What am I supposed to do?
Where does your brain go when
with
we
no
say nipple,
issue
Jason?
for the nipple?
Just take it. To figure out where it goes from there.
Jesus.
I do love, I was doing interviews a couple years ago and I asked MPL in the whole midst of, is it nipple, is it MPL? I said to him, is it nipple? And he said, yes, it's nipple. You can call me nipple. Meanwhile, the Na'Vi manager was just standing off to the side like,
yeah, no nipple. No, don't call him that. Don't call him that.
MPL. I think he had an I in it as well before. So straight up was.
So they really made him just completely change it.
Remove a letter. You're MPL now.
Nipple stickers would be selling like hotcakes, though. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Imagine what you could do with those. Well, a tech issue. Guess you're just imagining, Jason?
No, I was thinking of, it's more of an in-joke from earlier with the Launders line where he's just like, it's very quiet in the server.
Just silence.
Just leaving it on an empty note on the nipple jokes. 1-0 for bait. Scout on NQZ, Deagles and 5-7s picked up for the paiN side.
NQZ got sort of a little tag opportunity over towards the top of that smoke. Not going to be finding it. So the issue for bait was the second round in the second half. You know, they won the pistol, couldn't convert the second. There's a good start here for kenzazor. He's dropped Davideus. An opening kill here for the T side. Good grenade, though, on both sides.
Now, against 3D Max, one thing that bait was doing very, very well. Oh, excuse me, not against 3D Max. Who's bait playing on this earlier?
They played 3D Max yesterday.
Yeah, just not on Mirage. Either way, hold the phone. We got bait coming into this. My point is just going to be forgotten about. Yeah, just put it out there. Save the day.
3 kills come in, 2 from Snow, 1 from DGT, and also Nipple. As Snow goes down, no problem. DGT with the wall bang, and Essential's now left in a 1v3.
Yes, he is. A chaotic round, and yet again, bait win the pistol and are put in a hard, hard second round. Essential, not even the bomb in his hands. He's got to come all the way up to the stairs to recover it. Knows the position of DGT, but doesn't hard clear it quite yet. All about the timing on this peak, and that's a nice win, but the 3 HP, no chance left with 30 seconds on the clock, and NQZ going to finish it off.
Well, another disastrous second round for bait added to the tally. Here we go. paiN going to have an opportunity to get going. Over on the B stream, Gentlemates taking on the Ninjas. And Gentlemates, led by Alex, former in-game leader of NIP, another player whose time in the Ninjas in Pyjamas does not count, apparently.
Yeah, sure. We're gonna give that pass over to everyone.
Yeah, well, we've got members of it here. Headtrick, we had LNZ over there in the last game, too.
It was Astralis that bait played on Mirage to start the event. It was a 16-12 victory in overtime.
Nice
this
tag.
time, the scout lands through the smoke. No fun for Alex.
No, not fun at all. They have invested into this as well. They've thrown everything into this. So, this could be offering up a 3-1 lead for paiN Gaming.
Yeah, and depending on how comprehensive the victory is for paiN, Money could be in a really strong position early. Palace just gets smoked out now on the timing. It's only Snow committed to this A bomb site, but Big Uzera close by in jungle, and DGT has now slid in towards window room as well, gonna wrap around through CT spawn. So this defense is just gonna get stronger as time goes on.
Here they come, out on the ramp. Snow got away down to the wood, and the FAMAS is ready. It's essential to fall. Snow's going to look for a follow-up. It's actually DGT to come and clean up. 2 M4 kills off the back of triple. And leaves kenzazor and Alex alone. And they're all cleaned up nice and easy. That was a 4-spot, remember, for bait Esports. They had everything thrown into that, which means it's a full eco coming up now.
Yeah, hard thing is without the bomb plant in those second round buys, you don't really get much beyond those deagles, right? And as you can see towards the end, when you have so many deagles trying to be the entry fragger, just not super wieldy in that kind of position. Great in those rounds to kind of jiggle peek and look for picks, look for that one deag. But when you actually have to move in and scale and take space, they can be a little bit unwieldy. So no real impact felt, no real damage done, no danger for paiN. They get to go into this fourth round feeling very comfortable.
Galil straight out towards the boost. It's going to be NQZ, another tag. This time, combined with the damage of Davideus, it's an opening kill.
I don't think DGT spotted this just yet. NPL only has the Glock, and indeed he does. Called out a nade from his teammate over on Catwalk, so force the attack back. And paiN going to feel supremely confident to just step forward, take fights, take control of the map. Next one is a little lurk jumping out of Palace. Snow handles that with no issue. Bomb is coming back. Might be going for like a little ultra bait, right? Send someone out, make you think it's going to be elsewhere, but no one's alive to really sell that. Three to 1, and with 2 flawless rounds in a row, paiN, that money is going to be very strong, and you don't even really need to upgrade a whole lot this round if you don't want to.
No, and you're able to ride the vibes from Dust2 into Mirage now for paiN.
And this is where really the big struggles came in on Dust2, is now the guns against the guns. And yeah, you might have the advantage with the FAMAS in play, with the Scout in play on the paiN side of things, but he's actually upgraded to an AWP, so you don't even really get that benefit either.
NQZ coming for the window pick.
2 smokes stockpiled, or 2 nades, excuse me, stockpiled behind him so he can break it whenever he chooses.
Actually going to send some utility up towards the top mid boxes. NQZ is going to relocate that AWP back over towards B instead. little bit of a fumble on the jump up. But nothing to worry about for NQZ. PGL looking to be very active and keep the pressure up into the underpass. They'll send a grenade on down and about equal damage done.
Oh, that one could be great though. They jump away,
yeah.
but it still does a good chunk. 58 on Kenzazor, 82 on NPL. Still, for 3 nades stockpiled there, not enough, not as much damage as you would have liked from that sequence.
Ooh, burning a little bit. NPL trying to get the fight he's looking for against Davideus. Again, it's just damage being done by both teams, sort of teasing an opening kill, but neither squad able to take it just yet.
Sounded worse than it was, that dink through the wall. NPL jumps up into the smoke. Big Uzera is here as well. Move not made yet, despite the spam being heard. Big Uzera, gotta be careful. Snow's in trouble. First is his. Good flash, but the attack is underway.
Yeah, DGT waiting under the wood, over the top of his head. He hears the steps. The bomb, fully tunnel vision, committed, bomb in hand. Alex gets distracted with the package in his hands himself, and NPL having to respond. It's a great shot from Essential, down towards CT spawn. Denial of the bomb plant will not be had by PGL, but a lot of damage being sprinkled through. It's on NQZ. If he can nail this shot, which he will, it's an even numbers game again into the retake attempt.
HE grenade and smoke on the AWP of NQZ, but do they want to risk it? There's no kits on these two players despite all the cash amongst the team.
We'll keep the pressure up, keep bait at least pinned down on the bomb site. Smoke goes on. The tap on the defuse. PGL does not have the health to stick it, nor the kit, but now they've picked up kits. NQZ has got a kit. He can hold it. 5 seconds stick inside of the smoke. Essential's got misalignment and eventually gets his crosshair back to the right spot. NQZ hits the deck and a round picked up for bait.
Deep exhale for bait. That's a teammate certainly calling out more to the right, and he gets it at the end of the day. Big Uzera picked up a kit on the way in. That low HP was never going to win that stick inside the smoke. A nice attempt, but a lovely round from bait. So finally, we see them take away the guns and win a round where paiN is fully equipped.
Issue is paiN have so much money they can go back at it again, and it comes down to one player staying alive for bait. So money again on the line. Breaking point, more so for them. There's leftover cash still for paiN. NPL. His role is the underpass player. Gonna be a little bit easier due to that smoke. Removing the incendio.
No smoke for Big Uzera for the bottom of Khan either, so in this fades, he's just going to play the off angle for underpass. Molotov not giving away any information, no ticks of damage. Deep nade towards NPL from Big Uzera, but once again, it's just off the mark. He backs away wisely. 4 attackers lining up outside of the A bomb site. You have NPL basically given free reign as an individual to play and lurk however he chooses to. He's going to back off entirely. And you can see this is going to be a waterfall out palace, but Snow is in a great place to put a stop to this.
He was fantastic over on Dust2. A lot of big moments from Snow. NQZ in middle finds success on NPL. That's first blood in round 6. 40 seconds left. That palace push is coming. It's silent. It's creeping. And Snow, he's ready. Head trick dropping Davideus. Now he knows Snow has to activate out. He only gets the 1 kill. NQZ's AWP, though, goes unpunished. The impact felt. The flank is here as well. No save from Hetrick. He actually gets his gun out in time, but Big Uzera still wins out that duel. It will be 4-2 with paiN Gaming breaking the money down again for baiN Esports.
And Big Uzera just kind of teasing it and calling to his teammate if they want to go into a double op setup. That was turned down, so he keeps the M4, but a beautiful round from the 1 op that they had. Triple kill on NQZ. Lovely work. And Snow went so long undetected. When DGT goes down a triple, that just like, it makes it feel like it's a free bomb site, and Snow's able to just pounce without anyone expecting it. So once again, immediate rebuttal from paiN.
Yeah, no reprieve whatsoever here for bait. We have to go to a timeout. Another situation where you just don't have enough money.
Yeah, that's the hard part about these kind of single wins and then just getting knocked back down. And also, it just continues that trend of not being able to build up any momentum into the gun rounds that we saw in Dust2. So they'll have to sit back without a bomb plant, without much of anything, probably just a couple upgraded pistols, not even armored. And a nice easy way for paiN to replenish some of that cash they had to respend in the past few rounds.
Well, keep it quick here as bait get ready to go into the B-bomb site. best you can hope for here is you somehow overwhelm the B defenders and get a bomb plant. DGT has positioned himself, indicating he's very aware of the kind of purchase, or rather lack of purchase, he's going up against.
It's a really good angle for his teammate David to fall back on catwalk and grab an angle up and towards halls, but they're going to miss that window of opportunity.
All the steps here. DGT quickly with the headshot. Oh my god, does get overwhelmed. Just gets absolutely blasted out of the site. So there's the bomb plant. And can they get anything else? It's a picked up AK-47. esenthial is going to die surely to that grenade, and he will. kenzazor also falls victim to the rifle of Davideus by a 2v3 here. As Alex picks up the AK again, another kill offered up, but Snow's going to win out the Jewel, putting it all on Hetrick. And he won't be able to do much else, but that's a fantastic round considering there was nothing invested, really.
Yeah, and those retakes can always get tricky when you're shifting over and the kill comes so quick and so convincing that they're able to take space over and mark it. The fact that Snow's able to help clear that out, lovely round from him. Good job with the utility work.
Well,
5-2, but I mean, at least bait made it, you know, so they weren't growing some kind of crazy economy, right? They got a couple meaningful kills. They got a bomb plant as well. Bolsters their own money, prevents paiN's economy from getting too strong to overcome. So we go into round 8, equal playing field. 5 AK-47s fully kitted out, 4 M4s in the AWP on NQZ.
Davideus looking for a little bit of a peek down in towards the top mid boxes.
You are
Yeah,
insane.
Absolutely crazy. He is going to get away, though. Somehow. No one dies. In fact, not a whole lot of damage, even in this.
bait was very tentative to take those fights, too, weren't they? They were to swing wide. Obviously, I don't know if they really spotted him in that his initial shots that he took off to know where he was. It seemed like they might have had the idea he was going to try and bail out, but nobody was super motivated to stop that. Happy with the stalemate. Big Uzera, we saw the triple nade stockpile. Now we see this boost. Last round it was DGT keeping eyes on the underpass. They're really putting a lot of emphasis in the early rounds with utility, with resources, towards harassing those players coming from the underpass to take mid control.
Three players for paiN wait inside of the A site. It's an A split being set up here for bait. It'll be 2 through ramp, 1 through palace, 1 through connector, perhaps even a late lurk for nipple.
If one of these players fails on their first kill, this setup can fall apart very quickly.
All right, well, Snow can't play out of the woods, so he's committed towards default. Snow had used the sandwich position earlier in the half. DGT this time in that spot. Snow does well. Okay, DGT somehow gets away with that one. And kenzazor trades him out, but he's all alone in the world. All of his teammates have died elsewhere, and he's taken a shot from an AWP and finished off by Big Uzera. This game feels way too easy right now for paiN.
Yeah, it's the length, it's the amount of time that they're able to kind of survive in that setup is what really hurts that. Because, I mean, if you can get in and get those kills quickly, but the fact that is a DJT over in Closet that we were on the POV of, just like staying up tucked in and not even really peeking the Halls player all that much, the fact that it takes him a long time to figure that out after Snow goes down is what buys time for NQZ, for Big Uzera to show up. Reinforcements arriving at the perfect moment, hustling into the action, and now just Tech 9s and a Mac 10. And a B-Rush. We love these.
The brush.
Good luck, Davideus and DGT.
Well, it's slowed down. The utility is definitely going to cause some problems here for bait. Smokes up. Davideus looking to burn out the apartments. They're actually just going to go. They're severed off from one another. DGT catches them. His teammate goes down with nothing, though, and then DGT is very confused.
Those flashbangs were so perfect. They were so nice. Great utility usage. Okay.
Did get the angle.
Oh,
denies.
Player at bench. He's got to find that. NQZ knows everything.
Yeah, he's looking for that second player, but he's done very well here to cause a massive problem for bait because you've got to get back to that bomb somehow. And all that time being wasted is allowing the rotation to come in, but that certainly helps, and that's even better. A dink to Big Uzera's head, and Alex666 turns for that final kill. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That bait are able to win a 3v3 that easily.
Well, you just mentioned it was looking easy for paiN in these rounds, and that was a very easy execute with the Tech 9s. Just eating flashbangs are both defenders. Buys an extra second and a half to get out, plant your feet on the ground, and find those kills. And then a kind of messy attempt at a retake. NQZ does great work to delay the bomb after that, but paiN really wanted to start that retake before bait was trying to recover. They wanted to get in while the smokes were still up. Money's disappearing for the CT side as well. This will be the last buy, the last strong buy for paiN, and kenzazor is going to push all the way up into the op shot of NQZ. He's been fantastic with the op.
Yeah, there's Hetrick at least sending one back. A 4v3, still favoring paiN. The bomb is out Tetris. The connector play from MPL has ripped away that advantage that paiN once held.
And puts the op in an awkward situation. Nice shot from Alex over the top.
Yeah, making the most of these situations now, bait. Further damage done onto Davideus as his health drops to 15. He can no longer stand comfortably towards CT spawn. It's got to be DGT to make the difference here, and they're whiffing. They're giving him chances. DGT, a lot of bullets come towards him. MPL stepping up to the plate now for the jungle fight. And everyone is on a knife's edge at this point because they're so low on health. But Davideus comes out on top and puts it all on Hetrick for this clutch.
How can nobody hit these last two paiN players? Nobody can touch them. Bullets just seem to curve around them. Hetrick all the way back towards A ramp with the AWP. 20 health. There's an HE grenade on Davideus.
He's got to penetrate their force field of protection.
Ooh,
and that one
backs
bullet
away.
forced for the reload. And that nade would have cost him. So perhaps the reload has saved his life.
Yes, indeed.
And the flash is ran in. Hetrick actually conceding this. He's running all the way back. They're going to defuse, and that will be a 7-3 scoreline for paiN.
It's a tough end to take, but I think it's the right call from Hetrick, who wants the AWP. There wasn't a whole lot you could do in that scenario when you hear the smoke pop on the bomb. You have the flashbangs raining in as well. Lovely stuff from NQZ. He's been on point. These last few rounds, it feels like bait have really picked up the pace, picked up the aggression, a change of the speed they're bringing into these rounds, but none of that matters if you just can't clean up these final kills. Nobody could hit those shots. So many fights and missed opportunities for bait down the stretch.
Right, and another timeout being taken here on the T side. A reminder, they are one map down in this series as well. This is actually a 2-0 game coming into this competition. The winner of this will go through 3-0 through the Swiss stages straight into the playoffs. I'll have a couple of days off to prepare for the games, rest, get ready. Both teams do very well to get to this position in the competition. But you don't want to get here to a 2-0 game, and if you're bait, you don't want to end up just getting banged out by paiN 2-0. Show some fight, at least try and get it onto Ancient here.
This has been an interesting series. It'd be fun to get the thoughts of bait, especially after the opening map and the way it went. Good spam through the smoke. 2 M4s just unloading the mags, and Alex goes down. Not even a chance to get involved in a fight.
Yeah, 2 rounds left in the half here. It looks like paiN have just put themselves in pole position to take an 8th round win with a 5v4. They've been so good.
Oh, I think Davideus is in trouble.
Yeah, he might concede that advantage. Gets the dink, and he does lose his life, but it's running back into the NQZ orb. Good shot as he goes back out for a repeat. Ken's all ready to punish that.
They knew what was coming. 2 AKs just ready and waiting. Molotov gonna hold Big Uzera back, and they've lost the B bomb site. 1 kill ladder room. NQZ can only get the single frag, and all of a sudden, you've lost the site again. An attempted retake forthcoming for paiN. Double mollies into the site, won't stop the plant.
No, Essential holding that window push. He does well. Big Uzera walks right into him. kenzazor ready with the rifle. It's Hetrick to chime in, and a 4v5 conversion here from paiN is not bad at all. That'll be a 4th round win. MPL, a crucial fight one, and towards ladder room. And another really important shot there from kenzazor as well, and that NQC repeat didn't have the support in the bomb site.
Yeah, it's just, again, I think a lot of it is the difference in kind of philosophy that I think bait as a team and as players are playing with. A lot more risk-taking, a lot more kind of trying to, you know, taking liberties, taking bigger risks. A faster, more aggressive kind of thought process about which plays you want to make. And that's a good piece of scaling up short, especially off of a 4v5. So good recovery. And once again for bait, it's like similar to Dust2, where it feels like the half has been in paiN's favor, but they're scraping together enough rounds to keep it within striking distance, to keep themselves in this game, in this series.
Snow. Nade's gonna break the smoke, and he was close to the kill. Interesting move to try and get the opening. Doesn't work out here for paiN, and 5v4 now for paiN. Get to play with the advantage.
Cool attempt with the MP9 to try and get one of the weaker weapons to just give you some information. So that at least they got, you know, they saw 2-3 players at the bottom of A ramp, but that can all change very quickly as we're seeing. It's Essential and kenzazor wrapping all the way back around towards Alex in mid boxes. They're going to take the B-Halls Avenue.
Under a minute left. Ball to be picked up. And they're going to go back over towards the B apartments for the finish. DGT is lying in wait. All of his teammates have decided to stack the A bomb site.
This is where I think paiN really needs to find information, but they don't really know what the best play is. Everyone's on the A side of the map, despite the fact that B has been proven to be a bit of a weakness for them. So they're going to be caught completely off. Unless you get something really special out of DGT, this round is done.
Let's see if he has anything up his sleeve. No one budging from A side. It's got to be DGT. He's done well with one, but that is it. And that will not be enough to feel like this round is doable. But paiN Gaming, they've got to go for it. Last round of the half, so they make those rotations over to B. The plant is locked in. We still got BiggerZera on A. Can I get a move on, guys?
It is the last round of the half. They might have been thinking they were going to save and then realizing that. So Headtrick, he's got a great perch with the AWP. That flank coming in as well from Halls. He should be fine. Traded off 2-on-2.
2v2 all of a sudden? MPL is short. He's got one, and kenzazor has the other. So a fifth round is secure for bait. They make...
Don't get too excited there, Dinko. That was always under control.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, 5 rounds for bait, that's not bad at all, considering it was looking really solid for paiN to kick off this first half.
Yeah, it really was. It's a good recovery from bait, giving themselves a chance here on Mirage, their own map pick in this series to try and come back and even up the score, take us to Ancient as a third. Long way to go for that. But they'll switch sides. We'll see bait's defense at work. We'll see what kind of offense BiggerZera and paiN can put together. It was incredible on Dust2. The slow pace, the tactical style, utility was on point, and it just worked bait on the first map in the series, so better be completely different if you want to see a third map. Both coaches very vocal as well, getting their players in the right place, making sure everyone knows the pistol round, telling them to keep the mental strong, keep the attitude positive. Going to be a tough, grueling second half on Mirage, especially if you're bait. And pistol round, as we know, all important. Although in this series, it's the second round that's been determining who takes the early advantages, as we've seen both teams respond to each other's pistol round victories. No dualies in play for the CT side. It's smoke kit for Alex, and he's got those over towards Ticket.
Davideus on the charge up through short. It's going to be Headtrick out from the bench. And landing a couple of shots to the chest, but none to the head. And so Headtrick's gone. kenzazor hoping they don't check him. And the sheer numbers stacking to B-bomb side seem to be working out for bait. There's still a player up here. Davideus running out of bullets. Has to go for the quick reload. You've got NQZ hitting pause towards short. Davideus is rapidly changing his crosshair between multiple different positions and finally gets a chance to fight out the apartments, but kenzazor wins it, putting NQZ in an almost impossible situation. kenzazor hunts him down, wins the pistol here for bait.
Yeah, what a round from kenzazor. 4 kills, but just staying alive after the initial 2, being just a nuisance, and that's the thing. After he gets his 2 kills and stays alive up on the balcony, it's just his living presence that's actually more valuable than any kills he's going to give you, because we could see Davideus didn't know where to look. He had no clue. When was kenzazor going to peak? Where did he have to commit his crosshair? Where is his focus supposed to be in that situation? And this is all despite that incredible long-range entrance or opening kill towards the bench. You don't normally get that from a Glock, so to have that is a great benefit, but kenzazor rips it away. Woo! Here we go.
Damn, David.
Buckle in.
All right, things are about to get maybe a little bit weird. Not quite ready to say that it's going to get out of hand.
No, there's nothing really past the Deagle, is there? 4 Glocks behind it and no utility, so you need a couple more of those from David if you want any weapons to be salvaged.
M4 in the window. Picked up here for Essential. and he will pick it up. paiN Gaming going for the mob mentality. See if strength in numbers works out for them. They've got NQZ waiting in Palace.
If you get this kill on Kenzazor, you open up the pathway up Con. Easy kill. Now knows there's multiple underneath window. Gets himself into a safe position. And this is where I think the interest in this round disappears.
Yep, Kenzazor actually just having fun, mowing them down with the M4. Gets a 4K, up to 16 kills now at Kenzazor. Leading the charge here for bait.
NQZ's got a little bit quiet. Towards the end of the first half, I think in like around 11-ish, 10 or 11, he was 12-4. So he's got 14 kills now. It's still early going in this second half, but he had that blistering start with the AWP and has gone a little bit cold. AK's picked up across the board for the paiN side. Instant window smoke, back catwalk smoke as well. NPL's going to push lower. Big Uzera is going to have to contend with it.
Not a pretty spray from MPL, but look at that from Kenzazor. Great response. Now the double push to the apartments has caught Snow.
He knew it was coming too. You could see him considering it. You could see he knew exactly what was going to happen next and wasn't able to kind of convince himself to back away into any kind of safety. Caught out in the open by 3 players. And now it's all on this little lurk from DGT.
Can he get Alex cleanly? That is the question. Got the rotation now arriving as well from esenthial. DGT is now preoccupied about the CT presence. And that should allow Alex the saving grace of being unchecked. They're going to walk right in front of him. Kenzazor fragging out Alex alongside of him. And NQZ now a long way off on this lurk. paiN have disappeared.
That was really early to try and force your way into the bomb site with NQZ on this lurk. There's still a minute on the clock. I mean, I know I'm being a little bit nitpicky considering how committed they already were with one player up in the closet, but there was some time for NQZ to wrap his way around and get involved and maybe alleviate some of the pressure. Any kills he gets, though, are valuable to limit the money, obviously.
But NQZ peeking out, the low HP spotted. Will he get Alex as well? That was the last position he was spotted, was towards the Underwood. But yeah, there's the Shadow, there's the ass cheeks, and he does get the kill eventually. But Hedrick was quick to shut it down, and any real opportunity was closed on winning the round. Good damage at least on the way out, but money is starting to look really healthy here for bait. They'll buy up again, and quite the opposite here for paiN.
Yeah, this round has to be productive if you're paiN to limit the money. You have to get a couple kills, get in and get that bomb plant. Losing bonus is going to build up. Next round is going to be a buy regardless, but you want some production out of these Tech 9s. You do pick up a Hero Galil just for that extra punch. Round 16. bait making a bid for a third map.
Ancient. A map they were able to get a victory on yesterday. Good start for MPL. Drop NQZ to kick things off. DGT to respond. And another one straight through connector. Hedrick gone this time. And in terms of win conditions for paiN in a round like this, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you've also salvaged an extra weapon also. David has the AK-47, ran up Con to grab it and disappeared very, very quickly. Now in a pretty decent lurk position right underneath the window.
Oh, Kenzazor walks right into Davideus. Now it's a 4v2. paiN Gaming could be giving one back here.
But Alex and esenthial are converging at the same point to be in the right place towards this A-bomb site. And if he comes out and clears middle and finds David...
Oh, he's seen the barrel. He should have seen the barrel, but I guess his view model blocked it. And then a sound cue as he dives down into the underpass. Looks a little bit silly there from esenthial. Now it's Alex waiting up on top of Ticket. Spotting them out. They know where he is.
Yep,
that's a time.
Low HP player as well. No need to take the risk. And yeah, this is done. So we'll get a chill and watch the little sprint towards the B bomb site and see where Alex chooses to try and save this M4. 8-8. As we've seen throughout both of these maps, as soon as bait feels like they start taking a little bit of a lead and running away with it and having a chance to extend the lead, paiN put a stop to it. They'll tie things up again right away. Is he going to go for this?
No.
Okay.
Gonna plant himself in CT spawn.
Fooled me, man. He looked so convinced. They know where he is, unfortunately.
Yeah, the hunt is on. DGT. Low HP. Deagle in his hands. Why not go for the triple kill? Why not try and take everything away from them? That's a massive round to win for paiN.
They do know, don't they? I'm pretty sure they do.
Well, they got an idea at least.
Okay, yeah, they're coming. They're recovering weapons right now. DGT's not going to be too involved. Do a chance to double up, and he will. They lose everything at the end. DGT's going to survive. And Alex just stays tucked in, doesn't go for anything else.
An AK-47 taken into the next round for paiN. Big round to win. Starting to get into just quite a comfortable rhythm there for BET Esports. That round at least disrupts it. We'll see if it's a continuous effect or if it's just going to be BET bouncing back straight away.
Disrupts it. Ooh, what? Jesus, I just forgot the entire word. He disrupts it in a big way. Yeah, I know, right? Jesus. Essential out of 5-7. From outside NPL, utility is missing, kits are missing, and this is a huge swing round at the tail stages of this map.
Hey, at least it wasn't a golf reference, Jason.
That's true. You did have a killer golf reference.
It did. It panned out.
But man, I mean, BET is just so much out of money if they lose this round.
BGT and Snow already out through the lower window. We've got NPL just jiggling. He's about to be smoked out. Oh, little sound cue. And now the play he wanted to make is no longer available to him. So an intelligent drop back there from NPL.
What if he just wanted to give the sound cue? Then he's done it perfectly.
I think with the little shake of his mouse, it was a... I'm going to read into it. I'm like, it's a panic, yeah. All right, Headtrick, you're up next.
Well, they don't have anything to block Headtrick from swinging off Cat and peeking and fighting this. I mean, they have the mollies if they want to use it for that corner, but nobody's in position to put one in place. So Headtrick might have free reign.
Oh, he's got a hand, and there's the kill. NPL's turn. Looking towards Palace as well. Molotov actually hits him in the face. Snow gonna fall, though. Alex also stepping up here for BET. We've got Davide is finally stepping into action here for paiN. That's their first kill of the round. NQC's got to hit a special shot, and it's just too much of a crossfire there between the player and the bomb site. One up towards Tetris, and Davide takes too much damage in that fight with 19 seconds left. No bomb in his possession. It will not be a paiN round victory, and BET bounce back immediately after a round loss.
Punished for missing the detail of that Molotov out towards Catwalk or anything really to prevent Headtrick from just sliding out with impunity. They had 2 Molotovs in con. One was likely going to be used to help them activate through that choke point, but always one is used to protect you from a Catwalk peek like this, because this is way too simple. DGT's lining up utility, not even really thinking about that eventuality. And a painful loss to take as they got in the right position for exactly what they wanted, and then it's all ripped out of their hands in the last second. Hero AK picked up. paiN's running out of opportunities. That's a big missed one to reset the economy of BET. So their path to a 2-0 win gets way more difficult.
Well, the Hero AK for DGT is the hope of paiN in this round. And he's already in middle, prowling around, and no one from BET is given an opportunity. They say, you can have mid. You can have all the space you want towards that. We're just going to hold back. Look how far NPL's starting.
It's the economic situation that they know and understand. Like, no reason to be aggressive, no reason to be peeking off this into the Deagles. They were almost punished by it earlier. They did lose a Tech 9 round, so they're just kind of saying, let's play this one ultra safe. We don't want to lose against any more low buys, against any more force buys. Just be smart about this and use the range of the rifles. So yeah, paiN has mid, but the entire plan of BET's defense is to let you have mid and contain you there.
And it just got stronger as well, right? With that ramp peak, realizing no one's there. Headtrick can just stay focused on this connector peak. And there's the first shot. Not a little landing here for Headtrick. Second, not landing either. DGT in the meantime has drawn first blood in this round. Can Headtrick really miss 3 shots? No. He eventually gets another one. NQC's Deagle actually chiming in, and it's another one on the Deag. Another kill, this time from Davideus, and all of a sudden it's essential. A 1v2, a clutch required, otherwise a tight game. And this was 1 AK, and Deagle's around it. And now it's down to the 1v1 as essential. Looks for it against Davideus. 10 seconds on the clock. He's not going for the plant. It's all about headshots. And Essential saves BET in the 1v2. I mean, that's a ridiculous round. They got that close right towards the end there. And it's crazy. Once again, it's Essential 2 days in a row that's saving them, Jason.
I'm curious. I don't know why you would choose in the 2v1 not to just plant the bomb and play it. You have a player over in jungle who can pick up an M4 that's on the ground and just back away and play an off angle. You have a player in the bomb site with the bomb. I feel like there's no reason to not plant and go for that challenge in that way, in that fashion. Molotov goes way too deep, so Essential can step in front of it. And again, because it's a low buy, you have unarmored teammates, unarmored players trying to take these heads-up duels.
It's got to feel like a massive missed opportunity for paiN.
Been back-to-back rounds.
Yeah. Well, you can't have too many of those go against you without this going to a third map. And they do kind of suck the life out of you as well. Riding a high of thinking you're about to get the round win.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the saving grace is you get to say, it's okay, guys. We took a lot of money away, and that was a low buy, so we've set it up. We've teed things up, Dinko, for a nice long drive. Davideus, all the way up short. What
Push out from NQC. Oh, man, that was a sitter. He couldn't take it, though. PGT has to make up for it. It's going to be MPL waiting in jump. Oh my goodness, a denial. The bomb plant second kill as well. These rounds are looking competitive. Like, paiN get themselves into good spots. It's just not taking their opportunities.
They're missing details when they come into this execute. Big Uzera, he hears the footsteps. They've lost track of him. A chance! Oh, they lined up.
Uh-oh, Big Uzera. Here's another one. Another round that paiN should not be winning. That suddenly gets into a position of power and possibility.
And he wants to pick up the bomb and play with it. Oh, and it might be the perfect call based off head trick. The blind rotation all the way back around towards the A bomb site for the flank. But Big Uzera is going to be on the other side of the map. They've traded positions. And head trick, when you get in here, you're going to feel like you want to go for it. But man, you're going to be thinking in your head, there's so many places he could be.
The brain of Big Uzera.
Why does he figure it out?
Taking this opportunity and running with it for paiN. Head trick now realizes it's a long run. A long road. Back over here. He picks up a kid. He's got all the utility he could ever want and 100 HP. Can Big Uzera finally take a chance for paiN? He's taking an aggressive stance, and head trick walks right into him. Third time's the charm here for paiN in terms of opportunities. Taking one finally. Can they run it all the way back?
Well, that should get him to tie this game up, right? There's just no money for the bait side of things. They were bought out to everything they had in that round, and now finally, yeah, maybe I called it the mistake in the 2v1 in the previous round, but now all the success in that round of 4 kills comes back. You actually get to capitalize on it just a round later with this win because the economy is shot.
Now just you. Oh my God.
Well, of all the rounds, for it to happen.
That is true. Might as well make it even more difficult for yourself. But you're right. It's the kind of round where it won't matter too much. 10 to 10, almost destined.
I mean, imagine being the guy who does that in the 10 to 10 round when it's a bye round.
Exactly.
That'd be really sad.
Yeah, don't be doing that. Well, MPL walking into the apartments. Snow with an easy headshot. Second player down on the bomb site is head trick. Surely he's going to be spotted in just a second here. Flash to the window. A dive down into the site. And Snow and DGT confirm kills alongside Big Uzera. It is a 10 to 10 scoreline. We're all tied up here on Mirage. And that dream of a 2-0 to get a 3-0 record here in the Swiss system for paiN Gaming once again reopens.
And it'd be huge for paiN. For a paiN team that's trying to find a way to recapture the magic that was them at the Austin Major with the run that they had there. Everything since then has been a journey to get back to that, but they've gotten nowhere close.
But it's very expensive to be a CT, Jason.
Sure.
They don't have a whole lot of money even now. Like, they're going to miss out on some util here and there.
Yeah, some kits are going to be missing as well. Only 2 kits being brought in, for sure.
MP9 was purchased for a second. Let's see what else they have. But, yeah, I think you got to take your time here just to discuss that financial situation and see what kind of buy you can get, what kind of setup is available to you. No head trick op, which was so punishing a couple of rounds ago.
Yeah, I mean, that's been a resource that was taken away from them just due to all the damage and eventually the clutch from Big Uzera. So that's another great advantage provided by the Big Uzera clutch. Round 21, we'll see what they can do, what they decide to set up. Full utility on NPL and Essential. Everyone else is kind of scattered. They pass it over to the players who've got to use things early for their position, for their role. But they need to stop. A 5-1 start in this second half for baiT's defense, but it's been 2 in a row for paiN as Big Uzera got this offense back on track.
Smoke up into the window. MPL and Kenzazor playing this area together. They're going to break that smoke as Big Uzera tries to hop up. Oh, he gets away with it. Big Uzera, ridiculous headshot. An advantage paiN thanks to the ring game leader again.
Okay, but someone new just slid into the position. Essential. This is kind of cool. Came right back over to where his teammate was taken. I don't think you clear this twice, but fortunately for paiN, not even messing with short. Everyone's backing away from the underpass. Big Uzera, hero of a couple rounds ago, brought down to 11 HP. So the normally aggressive IGL might have to take things a little bit slow in this round, turn himself into a lurk.
Well, they're going back and look at this palace push from Headstrike. Oh! He spots the info, but he can't get the kill.
Do you want to commit here? There's not a whole lot of time to work the map, but that was such an early warning system that if you're paiN, you have to know there is going to be defense at this bomb site.
I think they're asking themselves that question. You can see them turn around and spawn, but I think realizing the time is low, they're going to go for it. Alex is going to position himself on default. Can he step up here? The in-game leader of baiT standing in position, ready to strike. 18 seconds left. His teammates fall around him. He's forced into the open, taken down by Snow, and NQZ will confirm the lead for paiN.
Bro, shout out to the Galils, the 2 Galil players. I know one was DGT, who saved Big Uzera. The bottom of the totem pole does his damn job. Covering when this smoke breaks, looking upwards. It's Snow, but Big Uzera ends up with the kill, but this shot from DGT saves the day as well. So many timely kills coming in for paiN.
And those are painful moments for baiT as well. Deciding moments in the round. And the money has been drained away from the CT side. The defense do not have the resources for a purchase here. They're saving money going into the next, but this is very likely to concede 12 against them. And paiN Gaming will be on series point.
Smoke window, smoke top con. No mid control though. paiN just throw the utility to show that that's what they want and back off towards the B halls. Playing on the bumper for a quick shot. One back towards bench, a layered defense.
Bang, and Essential destroyed. Waiting at the bench is Kenzazor. The Eagle ready. Utility flies over the top. Kenzazor into the open. Tough position. Once fire is tickling his feet, plenty of teammates around the paiN squad to get into this B-bomb site comfortably. It is now 12-10. Playoff point for paiN.
Big Uzera gets this team on track with the clutch and then calls some very nice rounds from there. 2 chances to close out this series. For baiT, if they go on to lose this, looking at the way they started this map, 5-1 run in the second half, a commanding lead. To have it taken away in that fashion, it's going to be extreme disappointment out of the baiT camp. Not an elimination, so it's not going to be heartbreak. They've got 2 more chances to qualify through, but they've got to finish this map up here and try and get us to Ancient.
And you see how hyped up Snow is. Realizing paiN are in a great position to do it. But here comes a goodbye from baiT. They don't have an AWP. And as we just mentioned, that has been very impactful from Headtrick.
Just so many financial problems down the stretch for baiT. They're out of timeouts as well. Their last one taken 2 rounds ago. It's all on this, round 23.
Oh.
And paiN just says, screw it. We don't need to line up in a default. We're just going to hit the 8 bomb site. Nobody's home.
Yeah, knockout blow at the ready.
If they hit a fast timing...
Well, they might just go on Davideus' contact, right? And he might actually just take out the only A player. There goes the utility. Now Davideus goes. This set might actually be perfect. Absolutely perfect. The rotation's coming in. Davideus only manages 1. MPL still rattling shots through that smoke.
He spotted 2 though, David, when he went down. He knew 1 was stairs as well. He's called that out, that information.
And Snow, he's now ready outside of that CT smoke. Headtrick waiting in behind it. Headtrick is actually crossed him. Oh, Snow turns around and wins the fight. Surely this is it now for paiN Gaming. Surely playoffs are just around the corner here. Essential, MPL, and Alex now in a 3v4 recovery of the site, and the utility keeps dumping. Keeps holding them back. They're all coming in from the same side as well. You haven't got a flank to save you. You haven't got a player from CT spawn. And as Big Uzera whose clutch was the catalyst to get this going again for paiN. And it's Snow the man to close it. A 13-10 win for paiN Gaming. They take a 2-0 and they celebrate playoff qualification.
They came to bring the pain, hardcore from the brain. Enter my astral plane where Striker and Blair will break down the game.
Stellar work. Some of your best.
I mean, it's
Rich.
Method, man. I can't really take the credit for that.
Well, shout out to Method Man. One time.
A legend.